Hello everyone, this is Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot, Astrology and Spirituality. Sorry about that. I've just finished, I am in the process of uploading part one of this video, which is a look at the astrology of St. Petersburg, at the Russian people, what's happening inside Russia, what's happening inside Putin's sicko mind, and we do touch a little bit on Zelensky, the Ukrainian president's safety. As well, I want to say, keep your hope alive, literally, for that man. And that could bring him through whatever's coming. Okay. But as for Putin, it's very clear that the ultimately, it's like he understands that he's overplayed his hands. He has a choice. Would he retreat, save face in some way, broker some kind of negotiation deal? He's got that choice now, or push on and win the battle, but obviously lose the war. And obviously, as the Russian economy collapses, possibly facing the threat of revolution. My intuition on this is that I've been seeing this for years, that there will be a change of leadership in Russia. It will move more to the model of Ukraine, and it will open up to the West, and Putin will no longer be president. Now, again, I don't want to say that someone's going to pass away, but I do feel that he will ultimately, probably be assassinated by somebody close to him. Certainly that's what he fears. He fears assassination, and rightly so. It's like he sees it on his doorstep. When he looks out the window, he sees it. It's that kind of fear that he has now. Okay. All right, but he's also taking pleasure. He's also taking pleasure in this invasion as well. Now, that is a person that the Republican Party, this is part 2 of the reading, we're going to join some dots here, that the Republican Party in America, sections of it, the majority of it, embraced. Some good men stood up to this embracing of really a Hitler type of person, who used all the tools of the 21st century to gain power and to undermine Western democracies, really with the object of world domination. Let's call it. In electing a buffoon, a dangerous buffoon, like Trump, in putting him into power, because there's no two ways about it. Trump was an asset to them. You can cut and dice that any way you like. Trump was an asset. He withheld military money from Ukraine. In return, that's what he was impeached for it, in return for dirt on his political competitor at the time. He met in Helsinki, embraced Putin's ideals, and Republicans followed him, visited Russia, took oligarchs' money. Heck, an aluminium Futsal, which has now been sanctioned, built a aluminium plant in Kentucky, in Mitch McConnell's electorate state. The signs of the enmeshment were all there. Now that the energies are changing, and they are changing, the Schumann resonance, which measures energetic, I want to simplify it for you, energy, spiked. And it spiked around this Ukraine invasion by Putin, the unity that we're currently seeing. It's a huge wake-up call. I want to say, as if we didn't think we had enough of them, until change occurs, we'll still get them. This is what drives our vehicle toward our destination of greater stability in the world. And it doesn't come through embracing strong men and sociopaths and liars. It comes from the exact opposite of that. Okay, so in the latest news, I know you all know that the January 6th committee has now come out and said they have good evidence that Trump committed 2 crimes. Fraud against the United States. Now remember, he fundraised off the lie, the big lie, yet he knew that it was a lie. So not only are we looking at January 6th events, but also what might have happened after that. He's in a wealth of trouble, literally. And also they have good evidence that there was a conspiracy to hold up, delay, stop a government proceeding, the certification of the election. Now, they've laid out their memo because they want information from Trump's lawyer, John Eastman, who came up with the plan that Pence could overturn the election result. He's pled the 5th. Now they've gone to court to say we want all his documentation, and I think there's 11,000 pages, because they say this is the linchpin that joins up the evidence to incorporate the former ex-president. Not former ex-president, the ex-president. So, all right. So I also want to ask, are more Americans switching on to the fact that ultimately Trump was Putin's asset? Are they with us or are they against us? Now, let's start at the beginning. Okay, let's start with the January 6th. So, where is the DOJ? Merrick Garland. We've been saying your name now for a year. Are you allowing January 6th to put it all out there before you announce your charges? It's a very direct question. Okay, so we've got crossroads, decision time. How much evidence is he going to allow out there before he plays his hand? We've got the 8 of Pentacles. So they've been working on something. They've been working on it, but they don't want to come right out right now. Okay? I always get that. So we've got great anxiety. So even though he may not want to tip his hand, it's fast approaching a point when he must. So we have the 6 of Swords, allowing enough time and events to unfold so that immediate danger passes. But meantime, I just want to go to Putin annexing Crimea. What did we do? Sanctioned him. He came after the US. He installed his asset. Yada, yada, yada. The King of Wands in the sky. He's a Scorpio. But this is the lawmakers. I asked, are you allowing the January 6th committee to get it all out there? He's playing his cards extremely close to his chest. Yes, we know that. He's sitting on information of his own, and so are they. All is not being revealed. This is in the here and now. Yes, coming to fruition in time, being patient. He's asking you to be patient because the environment around this is abuse. Why is it abuse of power? Because the opposition country is supporting the coup. The ex-president who wanted to stage the coup. Had that bomb gone off, there were a couple of deciding factors on that day. Had that bomb gone off, the ex-president would have declared that there was an insurrection. The people that were marching on the Capitol, unfortunately, were pawns. Well, willing pawns. And we know that the Oath Keeper, who is being tried for seditious conspiracy, said that Stuart Rhodes, and I did a chakra reading on that, SOB, deluded man, he was told that they were to guard the White House and not let anybody remove Trump. So there was this was a coup in action, and Trump is at the centre of it. Merrick Garland, back to Merrick Garland, in the hopes and fears. He's got to be seen as independent. Much rests on this. Much rests. This is timing. Yes. He's allowing the lawmakers to bring this out. There's a commitment, a contract here. And we've got the Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving help. So yes, that's precisely. It's almost like the Congress is doing the full illumination thing until it's very much accepted. The evidence is there. The charge must come. It's part of the plan. So we've got the Nine of Wands, reunification and strength. So there's a timing aspect here that's very important and leads to my next question. I'm simply going to ask again the same question that I've asked all along. You know, the really unfortunate aspect of this is the Republicans knew. Those Republicans knew he was, but they went along, they go along, they took the Russian money, Marco, Senator Rubio, they took the oligarchs' money. They knew what Trump was like. They did it for power. Okay, the Sun, the Four of Cups and the Four of Wands. So there's almost like they know they can't, this full illumination cannot hold back the reunification, cannot hold back unity, cannot hold back unity. So something occurring that's surprising us. Here she is, the High Priestess. This is coming on the tail of my next reading. I still say you will see indictments for the president, and it will happen quickly and it will take you by surprise. The King of Wands here is here again. It will take you by surprise and it will be almost, lightning quick. There will be no more waiting. It is a question of timing. The evidence is there. Okay. Money. That big fund that he's got, that he raised on the back, he's not saying he's going to stand for a reason, because then there'd have to be transparency around that fund. Okay, so was Trump consciously a Russian asset? Was Trump consciously? So he was aware he was a Russian. He accepted, he agreed to be a Russian asset. I don't care where it was or what time frame. There must have been some agreements. Did Trump agree to be a Russian asset? That Helsinki meeting, that's what I'm getting a draw to. And a pot plant. A pot plant. Why would I see a pot plant? Was there a bug in the pot plant? Was there a bug in a pot plant somewhere? So we've got here the Nine of Wands. I mean, this is his energy now, really. And it is... the other signifier card in this reading is the Ten of Cups, which is my card for the voter. No one's going to elect this president again, this ex-president again. The Knight of Pentacles. Was he a willing asset? He was a reliable one. They had something also on his family in some way. That's what I'm getting. I'm not sure what this is about. A reliable asset. So there was a communication at some point. Maybe that's the plant. There. A plant. Oh, a plant! He was a plant! Oh, we have to have some levity, people. We really do. It's a release. Laughter is a relief. Release and a relief. At some point, that Page of Wands indicates that he received information and he took certain steps based on that information. And here's the plant. Okay, the Page of Swords, the spy in the camp, the treasonous person there. And the overseas influence, his ship coming in. Not only was he probably threatened by Vladimir Putin, the invader, the aggressor, the warmonger, Vladimir Putin, the warmonger, but he had overseas interests that were in jeopardy. He still does. Now, decision time, pathway time. I have to make a decision. The end of Trump. Okay, this is a crossroads that spells the end of Trump. It leads to my next question. Are enough Americans waking up that this person was a plant of the warmonger who sought to conquer the world? He probably still does. Death to him, the end of his power. Okay, so it's a crossroads and they must end him, or it is the end. The Ten of Swords in the hopes and fears, it's hard. It's hard. While you've got clueless, ignorant, nakedly ambition women like Bo Bird and Marjorie Taylor Greene, while you've got the Matt Gaetz of the world. But more and more Republicans are disavowing themselves from him. The Queen of Wands, so this is fire energy. It's also a woman. Queen of Wands, that's Cheney coming back here. She's going to end. I know you know how important she is, but this is feminine energy here. The Queen of Cups. Women and money. Okay, so women and money. He had compromat. Yes, he did have compromat. He does have compromat on Trump. I think Trump, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say I think Trump was a trafficker. That's what I think, and he sourced his women from Eastern countries. So he was a plant. Thank you, Spirit. It took me a while to get that one. We've got loss here. It didn't work out quite the way Putin wanted. This is why I read so much on the US, because they make history as well. Those close to him are betraying him, Trump now, and he's losing his money. The truth is emerging about the King of Pentacles and will emerge around his past, what he has done in the past. He will be held accountable. That death card is there. It's the end for him. Now, one last question before I finish this reading. This has been a massive session this morning, and then I'll take off for the weekend, holding Ukraine in the light. I also want to thank everyone for their support of the flooding situation in Australia. I asked for prayers, and you delivered. You're not only praying for Ukraine, you're finding, and for your own countries, you're finding it in your heart to pray for ours as well. So there's been unprecedented flooding in Australia, floods over roofs, halfway up churches. There's photos on my Facebook page. It's unprecedented climate change events. We've got the sun card here, full illumination. We are getting that, aren't we? Okay, the energies are changing, and it's happening quickly. All right, so will enough Americans, 10 of Pentacles, the oligarchs, will enough Americans turn away from this fascist energy here? Is there going to be more unity in America? Will they see the truth? Will they see the truth? Will they embrace the truth? Will enough Americans turn away from Trump and the Trump Republican brand of party? Will enough Americans turn away? Someone's offering a cup here. What is this? Because he will be charged, I have no doubt. There's a yes. There's a new start here. There's a reset here for America. Yes. Oh my God. Spirit, I'm just going to bring the laptop down. Spirit wants you to see this. Yes, yes, yes. Why? Because the truth is emerging. Yes. I'm not even going to do a Celtic cross. Miracles. This is almost like, as I said, that's why I read on America. You see miracles. You see miracles happening there. You see the guardrails. You see the corruption. But you also see the miracles. Oh gosh. Queen of Swords. The feminine, divine feminine rising. This is a badass queen here. Goodness gracious me. The end of the patriarchy. Patriarchal energy. This is a rising up. This is a new start. Mentally, based on the truth emerging and igniting passions. Oh, good gracious me. If you ever doubted it, we've got the Fool card. Shall I just stop there? Yes, 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 yes. Base of the pack. Stability. Again, another queen. Let's just put these cards here. Another queen. The Justice card. The Justice card. The law coming together. A big part of this is the blinkers are off around Russia, but it's also divine feminine energy here. And stepping forward with courage. You know who your heroes are. I don't need to tell you. January the 6th, the insurrection. So quick. The energy is so quick. And there's a betrayal here and decisions to be made. I asked, was the energy changing in America as a result of the Putin-Trump axis? I should say Putin-Trump and GOP axis, oligarch axis. Yes, it is. Some of those GOP better be careful with all the Russian assets being frozen and agreement to go after the oligarchs worldwide. Even Switzerland, neutral for so long, freezing Russian assets. I'm sure there are some American assets, investments that will be caught up in that as well. And worldwide, not just in America, worldwide, the oligarchs, the mob, basically have been controlling this world for a very long time. All right. Things are changing. Energy is changing. There's an inward revolution. Let's see how it manifests outwardly too. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for all those who have supported Ukrainian charities. There is the chef? The World Kitchen is in Ukraine feeding people as well. I put that link below. I'll keep doing that in my videos for the next little while. There are some people that have been buying me a cup of coffee. Thank you to those as well, more than a cup of coffee. I've donated as well to the charities. I will continue to donate. There are some people who are donating to the those affected by floods in Australia. Thank you. Thank you for that too. I'm okay at the moment. In the last 12 months, I've faced water at my doorstep, literally 4 times. I was measuring on the brick of my house. I was measuring how many rungs it was coming up at, early hours of the morning, deciding what we do. So that's happened 4 times this year. So if I look tired, I've had my trials and tribulations as well. But this time I'm okay. Others aren't in Australia. So I thank you for all your prayers and support of Australians. We are grateful, and we don't forget it. And we'll return the favour. That's how we roll here in Australia with our friends. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye for now.